podcast about how we game.
Hey, folks, welcome to the Beansanddice podcast Thursday Night Live call-in show. I'm Carlos.
I'm Rob.
And I'm Wayne.
And we are a podcast about
how we game.
Thursday nights is all about how you game because on Thursday nights we talk to you. One of the few places on the internet where you can actually call in and use your voice to share your experiences about gaming. It excites me. It excites me each week to do this, getting to talk to people all over the country about board games and what they've got going on gaming-wise. It just feels good.
Get you giddy.
Join us tonight as we have a special treat. In tonight's episode, we're going to be unboxing a game from Portal Games, Bohemians, one of their new titles. Wayne reached out to Portal Games and got us a copy of Bohemians.
Oh, you reached out.
Oh, no, you did the work, bro.
That was a combination.
It just had to go from my email account. That was it.
Wayne crafted the email.
Good job, Wayne.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think, well, I mean, it was interesting. We all listen to Board Games Insider, and I also, I think both Rob and I follow Portal Games on YouTube, and Ignacy was talking about how, it's hard to get exposure with all the games coming out every year. And, just in general, kind of being his Slavic self, saying like, board game, it's hard to get publicity. And if you look on YouTube, a game comes out, it's very hard to get, whatever. And I'm like, well, we love his Portal Games. We love Ignacy. We played with him at Dice Tyrese a couple years ago. I said, like, just email and be like, hey, we have a small channel, but we have a live call-in show. And if we'd be happy to, showcase a game of yours. And he responded to Carlos pretty quickly, I think, and sent out Bohemians, right?
Yes, and that came pretty quick. Apparently, the location that manages his game distribution was right here in Orlando.
Oh, nice.
So, I got the email, and 2 days later, boom, the game's here. So that was pretty quick.
Cool.
Very cool.
Nice. So we'll do a little unboxing of that. Carlos is going to break it open for the first time. I'll admit I know the least about the game probably of the three of us. Carlos actually has had it in his hands, so that's a step better than me. And Wayne's done a little rearsearch on it online. Mm-hmm. I'm going to come into this pretty blind. I know it's a game. I know it's it's been out for what less than a year now, I think, right?
Yeah, it came out I think mid to late last year.
Okay, yeah, mid last year maybe.
Yeah.
So so I'll be interested to get that, and then we're going to take it to a game day on this Saturday. Alex is hosting our second Saturday game day here locally in Tampa, and we're going to get it played. I already know a couple other people are interested in it, so we'll give it the rounds, get a few plays in maybe, and take it from there and do hopefully a full blown review here in the next couple of weeks.
Yep, I think
that's the plan.
Yeah, the plan is unboxing tonight. We'll put that out there as a separate video. It'll also be part of this show. Then Rob and I will play it Saturday, and then hopefully we'll play it a couple more times, and then probably get a live play.
And then get it back to the house here because it is also a game that comes with a solo system, which I like to test out solo systems for games because, I never play solo, but unless I do.
Of course.
I'm looking forward to playing the solo system for Bohemians.
Yep. Played solo. And I think I don't know nothing about the solo immersion, but it's a deck building game. So kind of like Red Rising, where where you're kind of deck building there a little bit. But anyway, so I think it'll be fun, and then we'll hopefully get a live play, and then we'll do our beans in the next week or two of it. So that'd be cool.
And today we will open up the phone line sometime around 9:30 because it is a call-in show. We'll take your phone calls tonight and talk to you about gaming. So before we get to the table with Bohemians, please be sure to comment in the comments, what is your favorite Portal game? So Portal Games out of Poland, Ignacy Trivicek, who I guess we can say really nice guy. We spent time with him at Dice Tower East.
He's funny.
The year he lost his luggage.
Oh, yes.
Yes. We gave him some Beansanddice shirts.
Yes.
To help them because he was looking for some clothes.
Right. Helped him out a little bit, but
that was an interesting time.
He hosted a little game show thing about Portal Games and had a handful of us. We got lucky to get included in that, but just some funny little anecdotes and stuff he shared as we were participating in that. It was a lot of fun.
Yep. And he was there demoing Dice Miner. Not
I think it's
not Dice Miner.
I know it's Miners something.
Miners in the title. Yeah.
Hold on, I'll look it up.
But
yeah,
Yes.
He's some of their titles, Imperial Settlers, 51st State,
Whoop, whoop.
yeah, the Batman based what was that crime series?
It's the
Detective series, right?
Well, Detective was the big one.
Yeah,
Right.
Imperial Miners.
Imperial Miners.
Imperial
I
Miners.
was gonna say it wasn't Imperial Miners one. I knew it was part of that line, but yep.
There's the LA one. What's that detective? I'm sorry, that's not them. He did the detective one where you log into the computer, you answer the questions. I think I played through a whole series of that with one of the guys on the show during COVID. We did it via Zoom.
Right.
And then they came out with the smaller package, and I played that with Wifey. And then they came out with the Batman one.
Batman version. Yeah, we got a chance to demo that at Dice Tower one year. That was fun. Yep. Cool. So that's just some of their titles they've got.
And then you got the ever Robinson Crusoe. Which,
there you go. Oh yeah, huge one. Yeah, how can we miss that?
We'll share our favorites at the end of this unboxing. Hopefully, y'all can post what's your favorite Portal Games title. Is there one? Do you have one? Check them out. Portal Games. All right, let's get to the table. I'm gonna open up the big cam, tabletop cam here, and we're gonna go zoom in. No, we're not.
Not that one.
There we go.
There we go.
All right, welcome to the tabletop. This is Bohemians. So I just kind of want to show the box size. It is. It's not too big of a box. It's
actually your standard ticket to ride size box. Is that
no, much smaller?
Oh, it is smaller. Oh, okay.
Yes, it definitely is smaller than that.
Gotcha. Cool.
All right, so Bohemians step onto the picturesque streets of Paris, where, in the name of art, you will embark on romantic escapades, seek inspiration, and avoid making your life miserable. Sounds great, huh? Take on the role of a struggling bohemian artist trying to make a name for yourself. Your head full of dreams, but your stomach empty. You idealize poverty and reject mainstream society to achieve artistic freedom, aiming to change the world with your art. Will you find fame, or will you be forgotten by history? Bohemians. This is a title by Jasper DeLange, and the cover art is by Hannah Kuick. Kind of like a watercolor, beautiful art here.
That's pretty.
All right, so we got a nice small rule book in here, guys. But it's linen finished. I don't know if you can tell.
Linen finish, always nice.
Yes,
I kind of see that. Yeah.
I like the artwork, even on the rule book cover. There, you got the Eiffel Tower in the background.
Oh. Right off the bat, we've got the errata insert.
Okay.
And I'm seeing more and more of this today, which is it's not bad. Mistakes happen. We're human. Mistakes happen.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
What's tough is when the errata is on BGG, right? And the only people that are ever going to see it are like nerdy gamers like us, like gamer lifestyle gamers. So somebody might buy a copy of a game and not know that there was an errata or a thing that improved the game by putting it right into the cover, right into the rule book. I appreciate that.
Good move, yeah.
All right, we've got looks like it's an overall just a card game. That's the basic of it. Takes you through game preparation, description of all the components. You got your goals for the game, flow of the game, wake up phase. There's a day phase, and then another day phase, and then another day phase. And then it gets into the solo and the co-op. Solo and co-op.
Oh, it's a co-op version. Okay, that's cool.
Back of the books has all the symbology for the cards, and you've got your definitions for different keywords on card abilities. That's beautiful, like that.
Nice having that on the back of the book. If you don't have individual player aids, that's the next best place to put it, so that you can just kind of leave that out on the table and people can find it.
I don't know how to describe this to you guys. I'm going to try to see if I can show it. You know what? Let me clip on a lavalier mic. I'm going to need to stand up for this one.
Okay.
I'm
not sure.
While he's doing that, I can give some background. So Bohemians is a 2025 game, obviously Portal Games. Current weight on BGG is at 2.33.
Okay.
45 to 60 minutes, 1 to 4 players. Community says best at 2, so it's a good 2-player game from Portal Games. And just a little more background, Bohemians it dates back to 19th century France, and it's like basically artists, intellectuals, free-spirited people who kind of shun the normal things of society. So I know that part of the premise of this game is you're trying to have like the experience life without having to work too hard, right? You want to just go through it, and so anyway, yeah. So that was the background.
Can you guys hear me now? I got a lavalier mic set. I'm clipped in. I'm clipped in. Get the camera out of the way.
Squeaky.
Oh, that's annoying. I'm sorry, fellas. There we go. I'm clipped in. All right, let's go. We're going back to the table. Check this out. I don't know how to describe this, but there's this weird, almost like embossing into the cardboard, like a wood grain. Is that showing up?
You can kind of see a wood grain, yeah.
Like a graining to it. Yeah. So like I'm used to my tokens being linen finish, right? That's pretty and good. But you can see that they've done this almost like I don't know if they're trying to mimic a canvas or if they're trying to mimic like wood grain.
Probably a canvas because it's
Probably
basically
canvas.
it's a lot of art-based stuff, yeah.
And it's embossed, impregnated into the cardstock.
That's cool.
I like that.
Yeah, that's different. I don't know if I've seen that before.
And then we've got the tokens, so you can see the thickness. Cardstock is rigid, good, so it's not pliable, and it looks like the paper is glued on well. So good cardstock.
Punching out easy, yeah.
And then we've got some, looks like player boards, and I believe this is what I was expecting for the solo that got me excited, is that the solo system is based on like scenarios.
Right. Yep,
So you got these scenarios for the solo system, these tableaus, and some story with it. So that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like you're playing against the scenario, right? Or something like that.
Baggies are good. And then we've got your player boards. So this is to help with your tableau. It looks as though this is the board where you're going to be planning your day.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the 4 spots, so you'll be playing cards to plan your day on. Let's see if it has that. Yep, it's got that same embossing texture.
On the player boards?
On the player boards. I like that.
Cool.
Let's look at so 4 player boards. And then you got your solo setup there. And then the cards. This is where we get into the cards and unwrap these bad boys. Okay, let me
see if that filling, that linen, I'm sure carries over to the cards, but we'll find out shortly here.
Yep. I will cut this video down as a separate unboxing. And we have, so not quite linen finished cards. I don't know how to describe this, Robert, but there are some cards where it's not really linen finish. It's more like they print or push onto like a little grid pattern.
Okay.
Like a little texture to it.
Right.
So I don't know if I'd call it linen finished, but it's got a texture on the card. So it still feels good.
Cool.
Can you hear that? Yep.
Oh, yeah.
The cards feel good.
Thick, actually.
Yes, but not too thick. Not like GMT thick. You know what I'm talking about with GMT when their cards are so thick they're almost harder to deal with? All right, let's go through some of these cards to kind of get an idea of the art. Wayne, you were talking about the mechanisms of putting cards side by side in order to kind of connect symbols.
Connect symbols, yep. Yeah, so basically it's a deck building game where each day you're going to initially draw 5 cards, kind of like the standard draw 5 out of your deck, although some cards let you draw more. And then you're planning out, what's interesting though is like in most deck builders, when you draw your 5 cards, you're going to play all 5. You're going to, do your build and buy power and whatever, attack power, whatever. In this game, when you draw your cards, you're going to plan out your day on the board, game board. So you may not actually use all your cards. You may have some cards that you're not able to use in your day. And the better you plan out your day, the more of those symbols you're going to connect. And that ends up being your buy power at the end of the round. So like you'll go through the round and you'll score and do some things. We lost the video.
Oh, there you go. It sounded like the camera died or something. Didn't have it plugged in.
But yeah, so basically you play the day and you have your events, and those events can trigger more cards or more things. And if you don't go to work, then you get kind of a negative card, which you have to deal with, goes on the top of your deck. And then kind of at the end of the day, you have buy power, which allows you to buy more cards from a tableau of cards of like there's events and activities or or like things. There's two different types of cards, and some are played on the player board and some are played right below it. And then the ultimate goal though is there's a stack of like achievement cards, and they start at like 8 by power and they go up to 15, and you have them stacked there, and the game kind of ends when those are all been bought, and whoever wins the game is the person who's bought most of those achievement cards, and so they get more expensive as the game goes on. And so you're basically trying to have the kind of the best bohemian day, the best day of just lounging around and enjoying music and art and talking politics and, going for coffee and stuff like that, and trying not to work unless you have to. And matching the colors of the event to the day, the event. I don't know can't remember the exact name. We'll talk about that when we actually play the game. But if you sync those well, it scores you more points, gets you more buy power because the symbols are kind of matching. So it's kind of interesting sort of twist on your straightforward deck building game where you just draw 5 cards, play them, buy a couple cards, because you really have to plan out your day. And they do. And Rob, this is where Rob's gonna go, oh no, not for me. when you so the first round is kind of simultaneous. You grab your cards and you plan your day, and then you can, and even says you don't have to. You can go around and people can describe the day. Like you go to your cards and say like, well, I woke up in the morning and I decided to sleep in, and then I went and had a coffee and I met my friend and talked politics, and that.
Get your story out of my game.
Yeah. So you can explain your bohemian day, or then you can go to your, how the day goes and continue on from there. So anyway, that's a quick overview of the game. Kind of rough. I haven't played it myself yet, so we'll see, but that's what I've watched and read and things like that. So I thought it was kind of interesting.
What I find funny is these hardship cards.
Right. So that's like if you don't go to work, you can't pay your bills, you have a hardship card. Yeah.
And then you got these cards that have like these negative traits, so like shame, right? And then you've got hopelessness. So all the bad stuff that comes with living this like different lifestyle, right? So the ups and the downs, the melancholy of it. But then it gets into some really dark stuff like cholera. Like okay. You have cholera now.
It's 1800s. Or 2026 and
picked up a drinking habit. I feel like it's like an RPG.
That's
and then like really creepy, we get into you pick up an STD, you got like syphilis.
Nice.
This is going to be different. It's beautiful art.
Yeah, I think the art looks really cool.
I'm liking the look of it for sure.
All right. So let's see here. That was the box. These are the cards. The backs are all the same. I see these goal cards.
Yeah, those are the achievements, right? They go from like
achievements that you're fighting for. Yep. Is your points.
And as you buy those achievements, it gives you. There's another board there called the Atelier board, which at the end of the round you can either buy new cards or move up that track on the Atelier board, and then you can spend points on that track to do one of those 4 actions. But as you get achievements, you can then use those achievements to reduce the cost of actions on the Atelier board. I think I'm pronouncing that right. So yeah, looks pretty cool.
Sounds right. Yeah.
I look forward to playing it.
Cool. Yeah. See, we'll get some plays in this weekend, and we'll have to obviously get some plays in with all 3 of us together. And
do a live play before show one night or something.
Yes, we'll get that up as a video as well, and I will do a solo. So I'll start focusing on learning the solo rules, so that I can give my opinions on the solo aspect. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk it that I ended up coming out as like the Delicio of the group,
being the solo guy,
giving the solo thoughts.
And I'll focus on letting you guys learn it and teach it to me.
Oh yeah, nice.
We're gonna make you read the story or to lose half your points.
Oh, yes. Okay. I'll take the
hit. All right, Bohemians.
I'm just really the artwork to me is really cool. Like I definitely.
I know you were the one looking forward to this game. A little bit out of our group the most, and I know that you and your wife here into theater and to the more finer things.
More bohemian lifestyle.
Yeah, there you go. A bunch of bohemians.
Yes, so I'm looking forward to it on the deck builder front because I like deck builders.
Yeah, I like the concept that you're not it's not just straight deck building where you drive you draw your 5 cards, you play them all. It's you draw your 5 cards and you're trying to build those cards into your day, and you're trying to sync that day up to make the most use of it. So I think that it adds a little bit of an additional kind of
makes
twist
me
on
think
that.
of like let's go to Japan.
I was going to say the same thing. Yeah,
feeling.
I was mention that. Yeah,
Like I'm trying to come across, with planning my day, but then when I see the icon connection piece, that reminds me of Lawyer Up. I don't know if you remember that one, Rob, where you're literally playing cards and you need to put them in a sequence such that matching icons touch, because that's the idea of you're kind of threading an argument in court.
Yeah, that's right. So by blowing your mind, the sequel should be hippies, which is hilarious because before we went live, Carlos was like, "What are Bohemians?" And so I'm like, "Well, Bohemians like the 18th century or 1800s version of the 60s hippies." So it's kind of
exactly.
Makes sense. Yeah.
That matching actually reminds me of what was the monkey the game with the monkeys?
After Us.
That was After Us. Yeah, that's
similar. Yes.
Yeah, very similar. Yeah,
matching symbols and stuff. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm looking forward to giving it a try.
I hope it's the start of a beautiful relationship between us and Ignacio, because I really do like the guy.
Yeah. They do good stuff.
And again, the game said 2 to 4 players, and it's 45 to 60 minutes, so it's a quick game. So like we'll play that Saturday, and Rob will be either play it a couple times or play another game too. So it'd be good. I like that idea.
Yeah.
So.
Sweet.
All right, let's get to the phone lines.
Oh, okay.
A little early.
Might as well, right? Unboxing is done. Let's let the folks opine. Comment in the comments below. What are your favorite Portal games?
Or call and tell us about your favorite Portal games.
That's also the other way to do it.
Yeah.
I do have a new phone, and I've been messing stuff up with it. It looks like Mitch tried to call in a little while ago.
Already?
So, Mitch, if you're still listening, try again.
I wonder if he's played.
Oh, he's a theater guy. He's a quasi bohemian. Right?
Yeah,
he barefoot running around with burritos in his pocket.
Yeah. I bet he's played it. Or I bet there's a good chance he's played it. It wouldn't surprise me if he's played this one already.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, he's really been getting into a lot of the newer games as it gets closer to Sobo, which is coming right up, right, Rob?
Yeah, coming up. Is it next month? Yeah, I've got it on my calendar, so I'm looking forward to it. Gonna fly to. Or actually, I think we're going to drive. I think we've made a last-minute decision. Instead of flying, we're going to drive. We're going to take actually most of the family. Going to pick up my daughter in Gainesville. She's off on.
That's beautiful. You're halfway there.
Yeah. So we're going to go there, pick her up. Well, not halfway. 2 hours out of a 9.5-hour drive. But
I'm sorry. I was thinking of your boy. I was thinking Tallahassee.
Oh no. He's he's in New Orleans right now. So we're going to see him when we're out there. But he flew out last week, so he's on a boat.
It was great driving back through from Texas and seeing Mitch and seeing Connor playing some games, going to Cafe Du Monde and getting my cafe and my beignets. Yeah, it's just a beautiful city to see.
Yep, looking forward to it. And Mardi Gras this week, actually. So that's I'm not going to be there for Mardi Gras, but my son flew out right in the middle of Mardi Gras. So
nice.
Speaking of Mardi Gras, Beans and Dice Podcast, state your name, where you're calling from.
It's Mitchell from Louisiana. What's up?
Hello, Mitch. How you doing?
Doing well. How are you guys?
Doing pretty good.
We're glad to be here.
Doing good.
What's going on?
I was coming in and I got a notification on my phone that you guys were live, and I tried to call in, and then I realized you guys didn't open the phone lines right away. So I was just jumping into the video, into the stream, and I saw you guys were opening it up. So I missed out on whatever conversation was already happening. So sorry if there's a topic or something that I missed.
Well, all you missed was that we actually had reached out to Ignacy Trebacek from Portal Games, saying that we'd love to highlight a game of his on a show, and he sent us a copy of Bohemians.
Oh, that's cool. I think tomorrow I might be supposed to play that. Someone mentioned in our game group that they had a copy. Is that generally released? Yeah. That game is out, right? Or was it?
Yeah, it's out. Yeah,
it's out.
2025 title.
Yeah.
Late last year.
I'm making sure I'm not confusing it with something else. I'm going into my Discord to see, but I think that might be something we're planning on playing literally tomorrow. Have y'all played yet?
Nope.
Just unboxed it. So Wayne gave us the lowdown on what it looks like and what it's supposed to be. And I'm glad to see that there's a solo aspect to it. That's what I'm looking forward to.
And since the gameplay is 45 to 60 minutes, you'll play it in about 15. So
3 times.
Something about the swamp air and how it mixes with the time continuum.
Oh yeah, game started a third time.
It's like a black hole over here.
Something like that.
What do you got going on, brother? Yep. Getting ready for Sobo? How's it looking?
Yeah, things are looking good. It's trucking along. We're a little bit over a month away. I Tomorrow's our last day before Mardi Gras break. We get off for a week, so I'm rehearsing hard for my show as well, and getting some gaming in when possible.
So they align spring break with Mardi Gras for y'all?
So we have a Mardi Gras break, and then we'll have an Easter break as well, like a month later. I don't know how it works outside of Louisiana, but that's how it works here.
We get spring break, and then usually you get like a spring holiday, which they don't call it Easter break down here.
Not anymore.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, we're deep south. They don't mind tying religion into with education too much.
There you go.
So I played a game the other day. I wanted to mention to you guys. Have you guys played Agueda, the City of Umbrellas?
I have not. I'm familiar with it. I've seen it, but I've never played it.
Dude, it's really, really cool. I was at BJ's house. We were actually unboxing a bunch of the play-to-wins for Sobo. And afterwards, you're like, hey, why don't we play something? And I was just looking around. And I saw he had Agueda, and I had seen it around. He had done a review of it a while back. And, man, it's really good. It's super light. But, I'm sure you've seen pictures. That city in Portugal where, like, the street is covered with umbrellas above you.
Oh, yeah.
What stuck out to me about this game were the components, man. It's like these little, I don't know exactly what material it is, these little umbrellas that, for all intents and purposes, could have been cardboard shits. But they did a really good job. I think this was, 25th century. Of course, they always have good production. These little resin or plastic umbrellas, and they just feel so good, and they sound good in the bag. And it's super, super simple. So there's a display of umbrellas, and the way that it lines up is you're drafting on your turn like a line of them. And if you're doing a line that has more of them, it's going to be more expensive. If it's less of them, you might gain some money. And you're trying to line them up on your board in certain ways based on cards that flop out at the beginning of the game, and also lining them up with this painting you're trying to make on your board. So it's a lot to think about. The rule set is super light. Like, I could teach it to you in 30 seconds. But it's brain burning in just enough without being overbearing. And it's a nice palate cleanser game that I almost feel like you could play even twice in a row. Just re-rack it once you're done. And it's just aesthetically pleasing. I highly recommend this one from 20th Century.
Okay. I saw this played at Dice Tower. It was either last year or the year before. I saw it on the table, and it looked pretty. I mean, it's definitely an eye catcher. Brought people over to be like, oh, what's this game?
Yeah, for sure. It's something that has a lot of table presence. Like you're saying, being an eye catcher, and so I think a lot of people will come to it for that and be pleasantly surprised whenever this cutesy little game actually has some meat to it.
Cool.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's a super big box, right? It's a relatively small box game.
Yeah. And what's cool is, so each player, like I said, you're each trying to make your own painting, and by the end of the game, each player color has their own unique painting that they're doing. So symmetrically, your power, it's not like you have different powers, but you have slightly different board setups, so it's not the exact same every game. And if you play with a different color every game, you'll have painted a different portrait each time. So I know for those of us on the call that like theme over mechanics, some of us, I'm not going to name names, might enjoy that part of it.
Yeah, I just gave it the thumbs down, so I'm out there. I got it.
I will say, in my old age, I have come around to theme more so than I used to. I still prefer mechanics, but I see the allure of theme these days.
Okay. And you can appreciate when somebody does it well. Like, if you can give me a good game and connect it to theme, that's kiss chef. Wait, no, chef's kiss.
Chef. Sorry, Spanish isn't his first language.
No.
No, English. Sorry.
Neither.
Too much Bad Bunny in the politics. I got off.
Oh, there you go.
Now, talk to me a little bit about the mechanisms here, right? Because I see this area you're trying to fill with the colored umbrellas, and I like that they did the symbols on the umbrellas, right, instead of just making it colors. So it kind of makes them pop a little bit, almost like Azul, right? Where
that helps somebody that's colorblind too, right?
That too, right?
Colorblind is great. Yeah.
But it also makes them look pretty. What dictates, because you're drawing these from a bag, like random, right?
Well, you draw them from a bag and you put them in a display, kind of like Azul, but I don't know if you have it pulled up there. But it gets in a grid where it's like rows of anywhere from 1 to 3 based on where you want to draft from. And so the more you draft, the more expensive it is. But once you draft them, all the ones you take on a turn, you're going to put in one single row. There's 3 rows. And you're trying to do 3 different things whenever you place a row. So first of all, where they are on the board is going to score based on the 3 in-game objectives. But also, you want to be able to paint with each of those colors one time throughout the game. That's how you make your painting. And so anytime that you put an umbrella on one of the paintbrush symbols, that lets you flip over one of the 6 parts of your painting. But if the next paintbrush symbol you use the same color for, well, you've already used that color in your painting. So it's wasteful, and you'll never be able to finish it. So you're trying to make sure that those paintbrush symbols, you diversify and line up with all the different colors. In addition to that, you have these little tiles on the left side that have 2 colors on them. And there's a little bit of a worker placement aspect where at the end of each round, you can put a worker on one of those tiles and get a point for every umbrella of that color in your row. But the hard thing is whenever you recall your workers, all of those tiles move down and they cycle through. So you can't just like dump all your greens in the green row, because the next round they'll be in a different place. So it's strategically like, when can I pump in a bunch and get a lot of points before I lose that opportunity? So you're balancing all 3 of those things whenever you're placing these umbrellas, which, like I said, it makes your brain hurt just the right amount.
Right, because if you're seeing the top one being, for example, in the picture we're looking at red and blue, you're going to want to put some red and blue in the second and third row in planning for when that tile rolls down, right?
Right, and you're trying to be as efficient as possible, because those tiles on the side with the 2 colors, they have 2 worker placement spaces. You can put 1 or 2 workers there, but if for example you only have 1 color in that row, there's no reason to put 2, because the 2 lets you do both colors. But the problem is, once you use that space on a turn, it's done. So if I just put blues there and no reds, I've kind of lost that opportunity until the next round, once I've recalled my workers. So you're trying to get as many as you can in there at once to maximize your worker placement, essentially.
Do you ever feel like there were negative turns in this, or was this, because as an example, when we played the, what's the cat?
Calico?
Yes, like Calico. Like there were many turns where I felt like I had nowhere where I can put anything. Did this game leave you with those feelings?
No. What I like about this is, unlike Azul, like let's say, for example, I have a row where I really need to put something and there's only 1 space left, and I end up drafting 2 umbrellas. I can just choose which one to place and get rid of the one I don't want, rather than like getting negative points for that in some other games. So no, it wasn't really a bad experience. I'd say the only thing that we had, and this was just kind of luck of the draw a little bit, is toward the end of the game, me and BJ, we both really needed some orange umbrellas, and they just didn't happen to come out toward the end. So we were kind of having to slow play it, hoping we'd cycle through and get the ones we needed, and they literally did not come out in the last couple turns. But it was a light, quick enough game, maybe 30 minutes max, that it wasn't something that put such a bad taste in my mouth. It's like, oh, I'll never play that again. It wasn't like I sunk a crazy amount of time into it for something like that. Just messed up a big strategical play.
That's very cool. I just noticed that the artist is Matt Paquette, which is cool. He's Canadian. Carlos, he's often on the Weekly Alaboom with Lance Meister.
Let's take a look at his linked games.
Oh, yeah.
He's got some good stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking at he's got some good ones.
Call to Adventure.
Food Chain Magnet, Tiny Towns, Merchants of the Dark Road. That's some
Castle Panic, Call to Adventure, Food Chain Magnet. Yep. Good stuff. Green Team wins. I didn't even think about that. Needing an artist.
Had to have an artist.
Yeah. He's kind of cool.
I'll call out one more thing before I let you guys go. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the publisher Dr. Finn's games, but he does usually these games. And BJ had something from him that I've never seen anything like this before. He has these books that are essentially like books of roll and writes. I'm trying to remember exactly what it's called.
I just listened to the podcast on my walk this afternoon. BJ did a podcast with him.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to listen to it, but I saw he had posted that. Yeah, it's basically like, if you go to a bookstore and you have a book of like crossword puzzles or something like that, but it's essentially a book of roll and writes. And so they have a few sheets of each one, but they're not all the same. And so one we played, it was kind of like a mix between Scrabble and a roll and write and a word find. So basically there's a bunch of different letters, and you roll a die, and whatever shape the die has, that's the letters you circle, and you're taking the letters and putting them down to the space at the bottom trying to make words. And if you complete the words, you get to score them based on Scrabble rules, essentially, but it's competitive. So you're rolling the die and both people are placing, but you're going different paths on your own grid. And it was a lot of fun, and we only played one of them, but there were more games in the book, and there's 2 different books, so I think it could have a lot of replayability. And what you'll like, Carlos, is it's actually really designed to be played solo. But it's like, hey, if you want to play with 2 people, just each get your own sheet and kind of multiplayer solitaire. But very unique. Apparently, Dr. Finn had said, like, with tariffs and everything, you can design a game, but the expenses are going to make it harder to get to the consumer. So this, like, just printing black ink on white paper, you can make it in the country and get it out for a decent price.
Yeah, that's what I think. What he was saying is is I think that for Finn's games, I think they did Biblios and a couple other games that are pretty well known. And what he said he's going to do is his bigger games, he's no longer going to try to produce himself. He's going to pitch them to other game companies that have the ability to produce them and deal with the tariffs and shipping. And then he has a solo book, a 2-player book, and a party book that are one or two of them around. The other one's coming out, and they're basically going to be on Amazon print on demand, where you can go to Amazon and just buy it, and Amazon will print and ship it to you. And that's sort of like, he's like, I don't have to worry about shipping. I don't have to worry about manufacturing. I create this game, and it's like the first one I think is solo based, and all you need is some dice, and you buy the book. And then there's a 2-player one coming up where he didn't want to even have the dice. You just have the book. And so it's like he was describing on the Board Game Gumbo podcast. Say that 10 times fast. It's cool. I'm only about 2/3 through that podcast, so I'm not having. So that's all I'm up to now. At this point, I'm like done. So.
Cool.
Yeah, I just thought it was a new and original way to get gaming out and make it accessible in a world where things are getting more expensive, and it's thinking outside of the box. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's thinking ahead.
Yes.
Yeah, it seems like that's going to be probably more popular in the coming years.
Yeah, especially because people are used to going to a bookstore and getting crossword puzzles or things like that, and might just open up the hobby a little bit more and then become a gateway drug maybe to get people into real board games beyond that innovation.
Oh, Wayne found it on Amazon.
Yeah, there it is. Dr. Finn's Book of Solo Strategy and Word Games.
Oh, thanks.
Yep.
Thanks, Mitch.
Another one for Carlos's list there.
It's only
world of
$14.
consumerism.
It's only $14.99,
world.
Carlos. It's not like you're going out and buying like a big giant Kickstarter version of Foundations of Rome.
There you go. Or maybe
Spoiler alert.
or maybe you did. I know this.
Well, you people live in the big city. At least you can order it and get it on your doorstep the same day. You don't have to wait, right?
Yeah.
I thought they had trained the alligators over there to like deliver packages.
Strap them to the alligator.
Yeah, but
back.
the alligators are slow.
Yeah, they take their time.
Yeah, we live close enough to the
Zigzag.
Amazon distribution center. You could buy stuff and have it delivered like in a couple of hours.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I know this is going to be a thing too. I know Tom Vassell had mentioned that there was a book now. Actually, there's a couple of them. I saw it at Barnes and Noble of escape rooms that they basically made into print. And you buy the book and you circle stuff and go through. It's a bunch of different kinds of little games that connect one to the next, and they're pretty meaty books. I wouldn't say a couple hundred pages. They were pretty thick, and they've got them at Barnes and Noble now in the gaming section, in the board game section. So, yeah, this putting gamifying stuff and putting it on paper and making it in a little pencil and paper, pen and paper games, I think is going to be more and more popular.
Yeah, I almost bought one of these at Barnes & Noble this week. Not this particular one, so I'm glad that you called, Mitch. They had some some books called Myrtles. So it's like murder mystery Wordles. So like combination of like Wordle and like murder mysteries. And I was like, I don't know. I don't want to. It might be lame. So I'm glad I got someone that came in with some recommendations. I really appreciate that. You scratch that itch.
And so this one's out. It's a solo one. And I think on the BJ's podcast, he was talking about he has the 2-player one is coming out soon, where it's a book of just 2-player games, and then I think they have one that's a party game also. So it's actually like I didn't even realize the price. $15 is like,
that's coffee. It's coffee for like wifey and I.
Yeah. So
That's great. Well, hey, I don't want to jam up the phone line. Thanks for having me. I'll be in the chat, and good hearing from y'all. Talk again soon.
Yep, thanks for calling as always, and I'll see you in about a month, I guess.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man! I'm excited.
Looking forward to it.
Call number 1 on the board.
Right.
Woohoo!
Later.
See you.
Later, man.
Bye.
Mitchell from New Iberia, Louisiana.
Then we gotta get Mitch to come back to Dice Tower East, like bring his family. They can go off to the parks and we can play games all day.
I was watching the big game. I don't know, we're allowed to say Super Bowl on Sunday, and
Superb Owl.
The Superb Owl, and
I guess
one of the players popped up their home information. It was New Iberia, Louisiana. And I was like, oh,
really?
there's
You know that? Yeah.
Iberia. There are people that come from New Iberia.
That's funny.
Can I like tangential Super Bowl, right?
That's all we do here is tangential.
Biggest sporting event in America, right? Come on, right?
I know where this is going. I already
yeah, you saw my post, right?
Yeah, I saw those.
So at the highest, at the most you can think of, 220 million people watch the Super Bowl. Blows your mind, right? Crazy, right, Carlos?
Yes.
A random regular season match between Liverpool and Manchester City, which are two of the biggest clubs in English soccer.
Carlos, soccer.
Soccer, yeah. Football. Different football.
Football.
Not even like a cup final or a World Cup final or like a Champions League final. This is just a regular season match that happened the day before the Super Bowl. 750 million viewers.
And that's okay. So I'm not. It's not lost on me, right? I'm a NASCAR fan.
Yeah,
I get it. That's like 1/100th of like the viewership of F1. Like I know this.
Yeah. It's just crazy when you talk about like different sports too. I mean, like with certain sporting events and just
those international sports are just insane.
Yeah.
But the tough part is getting the American audience into those international sports. Like it.
Well, we're gonna be this summer, man. We got the World
streams
Cup.
don't cross. The streams don't cross.
They'll cross this summer.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. I mean, there's always a peak in those World Cup years, and probably depending on how well the U.S. does, it will make that plateau even higher. But we'll see. Yeah.
Oh, Mitchell says he's thinking about coming back to Dice Tyrese this year.
Oh wow, sweet.
So that means you're coming. We're good. Thank you. Appreciate it, Mitchell. You're coming back. He's in.
Yep, come find him.
We got a spot for you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Say Musar from Israel, right? Wanted to thank us after hearing so much about Shackleton Base and hearing reviews. He ordered it.
Sweet.
I don't think you're gonna be disappointed. That's a good game, man.
Yeah, you have to report
You're
back.
welcome.
Yeah.
We help. We help make bad choices here.
Yeah. Nothing but
once
bad
you get it
choices.
and played it, you have to tell us if you thought we were right. Hopefully you agree. It was a good game.
Yep. Check in with us after you got it and got a chance to play it.
And so Mitchell's asking, there was a New Iberia player in the Super Bowl?
There was. I don't remember which team. I just saw it flash when they were flashing all the teams and all the athletes and everything, and it flashed up there. I was like, New Iberia.
A little search here for it. What's crazy though, the kicker for Seattle went to Marist College, which is like nobody's heard of college in New York. Although if you're from the New York, New Jersey area, you've heard of it. Because my brother actually went to Marist College, and like, dude should have been. Come on, he literally scored more points than the Patriots with field goals. Kicked the 60. It was 9-0 at halftime. It was all the kicker. How did that guy not the MVP? Right? Can't give the kicker some.
Not gonna happen.
It just reminds me of Key and Peele's skit, with all the different football player names.
Yeah.
Beansanddice
Exactly
podcast. State your name and where you're calling from.
It's Joey from Colorado.
Joey.
Hey, Joey.
Hey, we're talking football, American football, and some international football.
That. Yeah, I heard that. They should. I mean, maybe they could have given the MVP to the entire defense.
That's true. That would work.
Some people, we're calling for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big football fan, but I lived in St. Louis whenever the Rams moved in, and then won, and that was pretty crazy. I was young, I was a kid, but that was wild, and something that I don't mean to get off topic immediately.
No, go for it.
But something that was happening around there, because the Rams were bad for pretty much the entirety of the time that they were there, except for the year that they won. And to get interest in the sport, they local like Domino's would run a deal where, if they get a touchdown, it's every touchdown that they score, you get $1 off pizza. Well, they didn't know how good the team was going to be, what was going to happen that year. They're scoring like 4 and 5 touchdowns. This is like early 2000s, 4 and 5 touchdowns a game. Oh yeah, we were paying. You go in there and get like 4 pizzas for about $10. So that was pretty wild. And outside of St. Louis, nobody really knows about that. But
Yeah.
They know the
No,
Rams story. Anyways,
they've done stuff like that down here where like if the Tampa Bay Lightning score a hat trick, you get like, a free whatever the next day at some fast food place.
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. Everybody's got their local thing, but that one was a big one. The $1 off pizza, and then they were very good that year.
$1 off per touchdown. That's the thing that killed them. So
that was the greatest show on turf, right? Wasn't that the Rams
right.
back then?
Yeah.
Kurt Warner.
Yeah. Yeah, those are good times. Still good times. Did I make the first call-in show? I mean, did I make the first call-in?
Oh no, so you are caller number 2 going on the board. Caller number 2.
Oh.
Caller number 2.
I started listening on my way home. I normally am off work earlier than this, but I got off late tonight, and I was listening, and I saw you guys weren't taking calls till 9:30, but I was going to call in right off the bat.
Oh.
And then I must have just missed my window, but that's okay. I'll get there. So that just gives me another reason to watch next week, right?
We had Mitchell racing to be on there, so he called us right when we opened him up.
We talk Aguada.
He turned Italian.
So you did the unboxing of Bohemians.
Yes.
And that one, I couldn't catch all of it, but I've heard some buzz around that one. I didn't hear Aguada or whatever you said. I didn't mean to cut that off. Was that a new hotness or something, or is he is the person that called in involved in that game?
2 years ago?
Yeah, probably 2 years ago. Yeah. He just Mitchell had from Louisiana had played it for the first time, and so he was impressed. He hadn't heard, I guess, a lot about it before. I know I saw it on the table I mentioned to him at Dice Tower last year, but it kind of came with a little bit of a splash, and then I didn't hear anything else about it. So it's interesting that he played it and really liked it. So it's piqued my interest again.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't mean to diminish it after you mentioned it, and I went straight on into Bohemian. So
no, that's good. No, good stuff.
But my real topic that I wanted to say was the thing that maybe I'm most proud of or happy about as a gamer ever, which is I took my daughter to her first game night.
Ooh.
Nice.
She's 9 now, and she got to go with me. She decided between that and Taekwondo, and she decided to come with me. And we played Strike.
Good.
Yeah, that was fun. And Cascadia. I wanted to say Concordia. Cascadia.
Nice. Was it your first time playing Strike, or had you played Strike before?
No, I have never played it before. I actually got it for her birthday, which was last month, a couple months ago, because I caught it on. It just happened to be on clearance at a store, so it was good. I would like to. I've heard there's a way you can roll the dice intentionally to like land on a certain side, which I know is obviously very difficult to do. But since you're rolling into a specific arena, you're supposed to be able to like drop it down over the side, and you can, roll it. Or maybe you can just keep it within the 4 of that,
I don't believe you.
No, please don't believe me, because I was not able to do it.
It don't make no sense.
I attempted it. Well, because that well in there is only like the depth of 2 sides of a die. So
sounds about right. Yeah.
If you're not putting it in there with a lot of force, you could technically drop it down one. It rolls over one side and rolls over the other side and lands on that third side. So if you roll that back 3 times and aim for that number, and you can get that, motion down correctly, you can more often than not, supposedly roll your numbers the way you expect to roll them.
You forgot to square the hypotenuse.
But yeah, that was fun.
What's the
What'd you
rotational
say?
force necessary to get it to land
Yeah.
on the?
Yeah. Do some higher
I'm
level
building
math.
a robot. Okay.
There you go.
Usually, I'm just trying to be the one that keeps the dice in the bowl because that foam pad.
Yeah, that happened a lot too.
That foam
Yeah.
pad is just enough thickness and like rebound to it where it'll just like bounce right out.
You have to intentionally not roll it too hard too. Yes, and then you try to aim for something like trying to knock over, some other dice, and if you just missed a little bit, it's gone.
Yeah.
That thing is popping back out of there. So
Like when and if I ever go back to Gen Con, I have to go to the Rolling Dice Taking Names event where they have the big strike tournament where it's like 100 people playing strike, and it's always a battle between Marty and I forget the other guy's name off the top of my head. Is it gladiators in the bowl or just dice chucking or whatever it is, and they argue over it and they fight it out. So yeah, it's fun.
yeah, that's it was a game that is almost too short to be disliked. I don't mean to say like it should be disliked otherwise. There's not a whole lot of, I don't know, maybe I only played it 5 times, but there's not a whole lot of decision space there. But I liked, the 5 minutes that the game takes. It's definitely it's too short. It's a push your luck and push other people's luck too. You got to goad them into it and be like, oh, you're going to quit now? You got a 50% chance right now. And then they roll 2 X's in a row and you're like, oof. Well, sorry about that.
Sorry about your luck. Yeah, I was surprised I liked it as much as I did. I didn't play it for a long time because I thought it looked stupid. But when I played it, I was like, no, I played it, reset it about 6 or 7 times and played it over and over and over again.
Yeah. It actually have you ever played Shut the Box?
Yes.
I have not. No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Great game. Which we got it so many years ago. All you do is roll 2 dice and you're knocking down numbers from 1 through 9. Let's say you roll a 9, you could either knock down the 9 or the 1 and the 8, 2, 7, so you can do it however you like.
Yeah, now that you describe it, I have played it. It was a little wooden game when I played when I was up in Virginia. It was a wooden
little
box
tabs
game.
on rods that you flip down as you knock the numbers down. Your decision space has to do
and
with deciding how to use the pips.
A party game, send it around, everybody puts in a buck or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yep. Cool.
Yeah, but it reminded me of that in the shortness and the liveliness. You're going to play, maybe a 5-minute game, and you're decently invested in it. So, but yeah, that was my biggest thing. So I just wanted to call in and say to all the dads out there that I got my kid into a game night, and so
achievement unlocked.
I wanted to post.
Now, don't fall for the trap, right? Playing Strike, I was like, this is fun. I want to try the Harry Potter Strike because it takes it up and gamifies it. It was no longer fun. So, like, it added like symbols and spells that can manipulate, and it just took away from the speed of the game. So I'll save you a few bucks. When you see Harry Potter Strike out there, no, stick to the original.
Run away.
Its distilled version is better.
I appreciate that. In that same vein, I feel sort of the same way about Dice Throne and Yahtzee. I prefer Yahtzee. I know it's maybe not considered a gamer's game or whatever, but man, do I love Yahtzee.
Yeah.
There's quite a bit of strategic decisions that you can make in there. When are you going to take your 0 on Yahtzee? Because you're most likely not going to roll it. And when do you take your 0 on 1s? And
don't you tell me I'm not going to roll Yahtzee.
Not with that attitude, you won't.
Yeah, I'm always in a game on BGAs.
But anyway, but Dice Throne added too much in there.
I wanted to really love Dice Throne, like the production value, the artwork, the cool combo stuff.
Yeah, the theming.
But it's too much. It's too much going on in my brain.
But yes, I would rather just play Yahtzee and get because you're like, not only do I have to roll the good thing now, but I have to roll the good thing later too, or it like primes something. But you might
And then
be
the
killed before you can even
tokens,
use the
what does
thing.
that token do, and how does that token interact with that token?
Yes, there's a lot of overhead there. It's exactly, yes, that a game where, and I only played it once, so maybe if I played it again, and it was 3-player at that time.
Which that made it
I thought
worse
if I did
because
get one though.
What was that player count we did in Louisiana, Rob, at Sobo? It had to be like 6 people. It was craziness, and it was like it just
Oh gosh,
it was chaos.
Well,
oof, 6. I mean, even our 3-player game, it took like an hour.
But the characters
Maybe
are awesome. The
plus an hour and a
artwork
half.
is done well.
Yes.
The production value of the
And that
tables.
production, those dice are so nice, and the trays and the boxes. It's such a pretty game.
yeah.
But I'd rather play King of Tokyo.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect example there too. Now here's a hot take: is the King of Tokyo dice too big? You don't have to go through that, but they are large,
Especially when playing with the kids. Especially when
Yeah.
playing with the kids.
Yeah.
Hard for the kids to roll. Yeah.
Yes. Because
If
you
you've
see
ever
them,
played,
they cup their hands around them, and then they shake their hands, and you're like not seeing
You're
the
not
dice
moving
move
them.
at all.
No.
And you're like, what? That's
You
not how
really
you do
it.
it, kid.
Pick them up and drop them.
well,
I'm not
and
the
then
only
they
one that's felt
accidentally
these
release it.
emotions.
they release it upwards instead of like downwards, and it creates an arc and then hits like a bomb on the table.
Yep. Okay, I'm not the only one that's felt these emotions. Good. Glad to hear it. Thanks for validating my
But
feelings, Joey.
Yeah, the dice for what's the Atlantis game? Atlantis Rising.
The solo. Oh, I'm sorry. The
If
co-op
you got
game.
Co-op, yeah.
The second version of that has also very large dice. Maybe not as big as the King of Tokyo, but the King of Tokyo ones stand out to me. So, anyways,
Yeah.
and I'll weigh in on the first thing you said, which was favorite Portal game. I have only played a few. I owned First Martians, and I got rid of it. Through no fault of its own, but it was almost too much setup that I don't know. I've heard people really like that game, but it just wasn't for me. I have 51st State, and I have Imperial Empires of the North, Imperial Settlers Empires.
That's the one.
Yeah,
That's the ticket.
Yeah. But I don't know which I prefer out of those two. If I was cornered, I think I'm going to say 51st State.
Yeah, right answer.
But it really just depends on my mood.
Yeah, 51st State's good.
It is very themey. I like it.
Yeah. And I just played Empires of the North. I did a solo game just this last week, and I liked it again, but I don't know. I have to play that one again. So right now I'm going to pick the other 51st State.
51st State.
We'll give you our Portal games, our favorite Portal games, which we didn't do at the end of that unboxing.
Yeah.
So we'll update you on that. You're
Oh.
going to see some crossover there with what you said.
Okay, great. Is that coming later in the show then?
No, right after we get off this call.
Oh, okay, great. Well, I'll be tuning in, and thanks for taking my call. You guys do great, and I appreciate you putting on the show. And I normally can't catch the very first part, but I really appreciated what you said at the very beginning. And I didn't catch all of it, but you went through the thing where you said, I appreciate being able to do this weekly.
I like talking to people. Like it's
having the ability,
like actually talking to people, not just typing.
Yep, about
So
games.
thanks for making that happen, Joey.
Thank you guys.
All right, brother.
Everybody be good.
Take care.
Thanks, man.
Joey from Colorado calling in, keeping it a call-in show. We had 2 callers so far. Put them on the board. So if you want to get on the board, make sure you call in. We did not give our Portal games, favorite Portal games at the end of that unboxing. We went straight to the phone calls, and Mitch was calling right in. So that slipped my mind. Thank you, Joey, for reminding us of that. So let's go into our favorite Portal games. I will lead off. I think for me, when it comes to the Portal games that I enjoy, I enjoy and I feel I can get played more often which makes it my favorite, is going to be Empires of the North. So Imperial Settlers, / Empires of the North. And the biggest reason, so this is Imperial Settlers in look, in appeal, and tableau on the board, but it adds a worker placement element to it in that there's a rondelle where you're placing your disc to activate certain actions that you're going to take on your turn. And then you can roll that over to the next. So you're kind of deciding, like, I'm going to take this action, and it's going to allow me to roll it over to the next action. So there's kind of a little rondelle / worker placement aspect to it. But then the biggest part that I like about it, instead of Imperial Settlers, is that it is a game where you get a specific deck for your specific faction. So if you want to be the Romans, you get a Roman deck, and it's all Roman stuff doing cool Roman stuff. So that's your tableau that you're building. I like Imperial Settlers, Empires of the North.
Nice. I'm going to go in that vein, and I'm going to cheat just a little bit because I'm going to say Imperial Settlers / 51st State, because they really are the same game. They're just a little bit different, a tiny bit different in mechanics, and then obviously in a very different settings. 51st State being a post-apocalyptic future, and Imperial Settlers being, real history, historical civilizations. And I really enjoy. I like the gameplay a little bit better in 51st State, but I'm a purist I liked those, all the expansions and everything they came out with for the original Imperial Settlers, all the different civilizations that you could buy into. I bought them all. So, and some of those expansion cards, 3 is a magic number for playing with 3 players. And they just did a lot with that world. And so I really enjoy that series. So I'm going to go with that game series, but Imperial Settlers / 51st State, pretty easily my favorite, I think.
Wayne's
Wayne
turn, huh?
scratched his chin.
Yeah,
he's
trying to It's tough. It's like, well, and the thing is, I've played a few of them once. I've never played a bunch of them a lot. So I'd probably go similar to Rob, 51st State, Imperial Settlers. I actually really I have not played Nersham Hex.
Oh, it's good.
I really want to play that one because and there's like a million expansions that come out with a new expansion every year, and I think they're coming out with like a new 2.0 version this year, deluxe.
Yes,
it's the 20th anniversary, I think.
Something like
that. So or 15th or 20th. So they
used to have a wonderful
version.
app, and I used to love playing that app.
You taught me that on the app. I think we were at a movie theater. We were waiting for the movie to start, and you pulled it up and taught me how to play. I think it was, or maybe you had just taught me in real life, and you pulled it up, and we were playing it. I remember in the movie theater while we were waiting for a movie to start. So
that sounds about right.
Yeah. Actually, have the app. It's like $5 on.
Yeah.
For Android.
I bet it's still out there.
What's great about Nersham Hex is the whole, it's not just spatial as in tile laying, but then there's also this timing aspect because things will trigger a combat or a shooting, and then tiles will shoot in a certain direction and distance based on the abilities of that character, which then changes the outcome of the next shot. As an example, if I'm going to shoot Wayne, right, and that's my plan, but Rob shoots Wayne first, now my bullet travels past Wayne and shoots the next tile that was like beyond Wayne, because there's this like order of operations. Your brain really hurts.
Yeah,
like,
it
I
might
gotta
end up being,
spatially figure this out.
Might
and
end up being your own
timing-wise.
tile. Yeah, you hit your own tile and take your own tile out on accident. So yeah,
And some characters cause someone to rotate. So I may have been aiming that way, but Wayne's special ability hit me, triggering a rotation, and now I'm shooting at something else.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you got Mitchell saying best Portal game for him is Gutenberg or Dreadful Circus. Speaking of Gutenberg, I just
Both
posted it in our Discord chat. Gutenberg is currently on sale for $7 on Portal Games website.
Wow, that may be a must pick up then. I like Gutenberg quite a bit, and Dreadful Circus is really good. BJ taught me Dreadful Circus at Dice Tower East, I want to say 5 or 6 years ago, when him and his wife were here, me and his wife, and he played. I don't think you were in on that one, Carlos, but that was it might even been Mitchell that we played with.
I still want to play that game.
It's fun. It's a really good one. I forgot about Dreadful Circus. That's a good one. Yeah.
Mitch is talking about the sale, saying, dude, that sale is crazy. Thanks for sharing. I snagged Basilica.
for
Okay.
$5. Basilica for $5.
I'm gonna have to check that out when we get off the air tonight. So.
Yeah.
He said, I've only played 51st State digitally, but I didn't get it.
You've got to learn it probably on the tabletop first, because there's enough complexity to it, to that and Imperial Settlers, that if you just try to learn it online, it's going to be a little tough.
And you got Detective and Modern Crime for $25 on sale.
Carlos owns
That
that
was
one.
a thinky game. That was super thinky.
Yeah.
I'll
Hey,
have to check that sale
couple
out.
good sales. Let me know, Rob, if you buy. You can throw in copies for me. Maybe.
Get something for you. All right, cool. Yeah, I still got to get a wingspan from you, so maybe we work out a deal or something. But cool.
Let's meet players from the East.
Oh.
Oh.
This is a throwback to earlier in the show.
Oh, yeah. What's funny is you and my wife are the same, because the Super Bowl started and they were introducing both lineups, and my wife's like, "Oh, I can never watch this for the rest of my life without thinking of the Key and Peele sketch."
Exactly.
I like the one though. There's like 3 of them, right? There's like 3 different versions.
It's gone to like 3 different seasons now.
The third one, they actually had a bunch of real players with the crazy names and stuff, and it's like DeBrickashaw Ferguson and
first name, last name,
Clinton Dix, and whatever. And
they're all real ones.
At the end, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. Hey. Got a call?
Beansanddice podcast. State your name. Where you calling from?
Chester from Tennessee.
Chester, my man.
Yeah, I've really been enjoying the show. Fortunately or unfortunately, I've had time to put together a little quiz. So I don't know if you guys are interested.
Always.
Yes. My worry is your quizzes are tough, brother. Like I feel like a dunce.
They're supposed to be.
Exactly, Rob. They're supposed to be.
Wouldn't be worth it if they were easy.
Well, at least they're sometimes thematic. For example, this week, if you guys are so inclined, I would like to propose a newer or older quiz. I'm going to present a game, and then you guys will tell me whether or not the next game is was released before or after the previous game.
This one I think I do better at.
You got a 50-50 shot, Carlos.
Right. Right. You got a 50-50 shot, man. Come on.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right. So let's start with Carlos. Your C game, Carlos, is Valentine's Day, released in 2020. Okay.
Copy. I'm with you. The world has just ended. Okay. Valentine's Day 2020. Copy. We were at Escape Winter. I remember that year. It was a great year. Escape Winter, eating pie at Perkins while playing Gone Clever. So okay, I'm right with you. Valentine's Day. I know the game.
Yeah. Quick side tangent. I hear you, because the last Nashville Predators game I was at, Grimaldi scored the winning goal with 0.04 seconds left in overtime. Oh.
And then the world ended.
Yeah. Well, it didn't end, but it got crazy. But anyway, it didn't end, but it sure got crazy. So, I'm not going to give you guys years from here on out. but your C game is Valentine's Day. So, is Uno, colon, a Charlie Brown Valentine, was that released before or after Valentine's Day?
All right, I'm not familiar with that title. I'm gonna say it was released after because Uno has gotten on this kick in the last few years with the post COVID with all these crazy variants. So I'm gonna say that was after Valentine's Day, the board game.
Incorrect.
Don't.
Okay.
It
was good. I had good reasons.
They were wrong.
Okay. Rob.
Yep.
So we have Uno, a Charlie Brown Valentine, was Be My Valentine released before or after Uno, a Charlie Brown Valentine?
I'll say after.
Give Rob a point.
See, I didn't even need any reasoning. I just got it. That's the way you do this, Carlos.
I overthought it. I choked.
Overthinking it. Yep.
Okay, Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
Now, was Love Letter released before or after Be My Valentine? Love Letter.
Before.
Give Wayne a point.
All right, so I'm trying to figure out where I am on the timeline here. I'm trying to remember back, and I'm ready.
All right. So, Heart of Crown was Heart of Crown released before or after Love Letter? Heart of Crown.
Arc of
Heart of Crown. Heart of Crown.
I'm struggling with the audio. I don't know if it's clipping out for you guys.
I was breaking up a little bit. Yeah.
Say it in Spanish for me.
Heart of
Heart.
Heart of Crown.
Crown, maybe the last word. CROWN.
Yeah. Right. CROWN.
Yeah. Heart of Crown.
Of Crown.
Heart of Crown. Okay, I'm not familiar with that title. So this is going to be a 50-50 guess. We jumped backwards and then a little bit forwards and then backwards again. So how far back are we?
You're overthinking this, man. You're overthinking this.
The title sounds crappy, so I'm going to go with earlier.
Yep. We're tied up.
Round two.
Well, no, this is you're the start of round two.
I started round two. In the middle of round two.
You call it a tie for now.
Let's see here. Okay, Rob. Your game is Love It or Hate It. Was that released before or after Love Letter? Love It or Hate It?
I'm going to say before. That sounds like an older one.
Rob takes the lead.
Woo! All right, Wayne, no pressure.
Wayne,
Mm-hmm.
your game. All right, Wayne, your game is Love It, Hate It. Was Love It, Hate It released before or after Love It or Hate It?
Okay.
Love It, Hate It
So
Was
just
that released before or after Limited or Hated?
so it dropped the or, so it's got to be after.
I like how I was thinking.
Oh, I don't know.
Wayne's got a point.
Oh,
See, it makes sense. Like they
Can't take-
shorten. Like I can't use this name, so I'm just gonna take the or out and then
No, it
make
was-
my own name.
it was before they invented the or.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they took the or out, but they did add exclamation point. But all right, Carlos, back to you. So, love it, hate it is your C game. Is My Bloody Valentine. My Bloody Valentine, the game. Was that released before or after Love It, Hate It?
All right, this one's tough because that the title "Love It, Hate It" with the exclamation point and no or tells me it's more of a modern game, right? Like that just that stylization of the way they titled it, and then Bloody Valentine. That sounds modern too, so I'm kind of confused on this one. I'm gonna go with Bloody Valentine is published after Love It, Hate It exclamation point.
Carlos has tied it up. Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Let's see here. So, Rob, is Fog of Love, was Fog of Love released before or after My Bloody Valentine?
After.
No. Sorry.
No.
I felt that coming. Because Fog of Love is newer, but we just kept moving more modern with all these titles.
I knew Fog of Love wasn't too old, so.
All right, Wayne, for the win.
Okay, Wayne. Your C game is And My Bloody Valentine.
Okay.
Is the game Heartthrob? Was that released before or after
Before.
Heartthrob? Sure was. This week's winner's Wayne.
Wayne.
No, I know that Heartthrob was like a game that came out way back, like with Mall Madness, and it was like the games my wife played as a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, that rings a bell now.
Yeah. Heartthrob, it was released in 1988. Is currently ranked 12,540 on BGG.
Nice. Another quiz time with another winner.
Yeah, I like the Valentine's Day theme.
Yeah.
He does theme them
heavily
out.
themed there, yeah.
Yeah.
At first, I was confused,
Yeah,
and then it made sense. So, Chester, we'll take this moment here to remind all of you husbands out there, this weekend is Valentine's Day. So, if you have somehow forgotten,
sure
Public-
is. Yeah.
Public service announcement.
this is
Yes,
your
sir.
warning.
More you know.
Thank you, Chester, for reminding us dads out there. It is Valentine's Day this weekend.
Yeah, the more you know. That's true. Oh, and real quick, before I get off here, Carlos, I've been trying out that Beansanddice die you gave me, and I've been rolling 5s and 6s.
It's just Carlos can't roll.
It's brown on brown violence. That's what
Yeah,
that was.
he don't roll dice well.
Oh, yeah.
The brown die didn't like me.
Oh, and Chester, I just saw on the news this week on Dice Tower that HeroClix is.
Glad you brought it up. I was going to bring it up. You brought it up.
Yes, some new stuff. There's Thundercats are coming out. They've announced.
Thundercats. Oh,
There you go.
There you go.
I was glad to see that HeroClix made the Dice Tower news today.
Yeah.
They'd spent a little bit of time talking about HeroClix.
Because it was Thundercats, and then it was like throwback X-Men. And
Yeah.
something else. There was
something
another
with
one.
a
Oh, there's like
Leviathan
live.
and-
Yeah, they had like there was a couple of.
Was it?
cool ones.
It was. Oh, it was. Who was it? Oh, forget. It was some guy with a sword and a shield. One of the.
Oh, it was like the Athenian or like the Greek.
Yeah, something
mythos,
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So got some new stuff coming for HeroClix.
Are you talking about? Yeah, there's the Thundercats iconic set, and there's also the Hercules in the Hydra.
That's it. Hercules and the Hydra. That's what I was thinking of. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's it.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Oh. Yeah, I and you guys know me. I get excited about these hero clips, but I'm really excited to get off here, see if okay. One last question. Carlos, Wayne's already won, but one last question.
All right.
We're gonna go. Let's go. Price is Right rules. Carlos, Rob, you got a chance. Okay, let's go. Price is Right rules. The closest, without going over, what year was Heart invented, released?
Which game?
Hearts.
The card. Heart.
Like hearts? Like spades? Like hearts?
Right. Heart.
Oh, man. So hearts. Hearts.
1956.
All right. Well, thank you for going first because that helps me.
There you go. I'm just guessing.
Problem is,
What?
I think it's older than that, Rob.
Who
Well.
said? No. Rob said 1956.
Yeah. I'm going to go
Okay.
1900.
Okay, Carlos goes to 1900. Wayne, what do you say? What year was Heart?
I'm gonna go.
Quote unquote?
Rob said 1950 something.
56.
Carlos said 1900. I'm gonna go with 1
It was way before any of those, huh?
because it's closest without going over.
Well,
right?
yep.
Yeah, and that's why Wayne double wins
There you go.
because Heart,
1800s.
according to BGG, was invented, quote unquote, in 1850. So,
I was close.
congratulations, Wayne, for the double victory.
What's hilarious is I was gonna guess 1850. Swear to God.
Oh,
And I'm
were
like,
you?
well, I might as well go 1 because
I was
if I'm
thinking
wrong,
Western, right?
Yeah.
You know, post civil or Civil War era ish. Nice work. Thank you, Chester.
Game the game.
So
thanks.
meta.
Thanks for calling. As always, Chester.
You guys got to keep on keeping on. I'll talk to y'all later. Gonna hop in the chat.
Happy Valentine's Day. We'll see you in the chat.
Good night.
That's our man Chester, keeping it going. Caller number 3.
More game time.
And keeping the games going, which opens up our phone line again. 813-618-7099 is the number. Make sure you call in. Gentlemen, I'm on this Portal Games sale
You're on it right now.
website
huh?
right
I'm gonna do that on
now.
the show, but I got to get on there and look around.
Rob, I don't own the game, but the Imperial Settlers playmat is on sale there.
Oh yeah,
I mean, that's pretty
got
cool.
just about everything else, so I might as
Yeah.
well own the playmat, huh? What's that? $19? Wow.
Yeah, it's a pretty crazy liquidation sale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gutenberg for $7 and
$7.
Oh man, Imperial Settlers rolling right.
Oh, I got 15 copies of that. Dice Tower. Oh, there's Dreadful Circus for what, $5?
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow, crap.
Normally $40. Tides of Time is supposed to be. Oh, it's sold out. So that's supposed to be a really good one.
Dude, I'd almost like for $5. Like, damn.
Yeah.
$12 for
Gutenberg, though. That one's
Gutenberg
calling my name.
Yeah. Have you played Gutenberg, Carlos?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's a good one. It's good.
$7 worth. Like that's worth one day to play.
Mitch said the shipping was like $14 or something like that. $15. So
Stack them up.
Stack them up, right?
Yeah, get one person to get it and stack them in.
51st State expansion.
I don't own 51st State. You do, but
Yeah.
like I say, I've got almost everything Imperial Settlers, so I'm good there. But there's
playmat for Hiroshima Hex.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nice sales going on here. Portal Games.
Yeah, check them out. North America
Yes.
Portal Games. Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, let me know if either of you decide to buy some games, I might throw in. one or
Okay.
two.
Yeah.
I'm in the Twig here, so we are in our Twig. We're talking about games we've bought and played.
Mm-hmm.
And with tomorrow being Friday the 13th, I kind of went down a rabbit hole that it's been interesting. So games played for me this past week have been Final Girl. So I got a lot of Final Girl played. Final Girl, the specific one that I got into was the Buddies Bad Times at Buddyland, which is supposed to be the Five Nights at Freddy kind of a feel to it. I don't know if y'all ever saw the film Five Nights at Freddy. Is that a thing for y'all at all?
I haven't seen it, but no.
My kid's seen it.
Yeah, my kids have seen it, but I haven't never watched it.
Picture the Chuck E. Cheese, long time closed, and inside there are some possessed robotic Chuck E. Cheese, caricatures that are running around trapping souls and people. So it's really super creepy. But this set came with the minis for Buddyland. So instead of playing with just the meeples for the villains and the bad guys and the heroes, you're playing with miniatures. And I forgot how much fun that was. What a great system this game is. So then that got me going down the rabbit hole for some games in this line, but mistakes were made. So I'll start with the mistake.
Of course, mistakes were made.
Always.
I wanted to get the camp one, the
Camp
Camp
Grizzly?
Happy. What was it called?
No.
Yes, because I know that Camp Happy Trails.
Oh, Happy Trails. Yeah.
I know that that's the base entry. Like this is like the core box that originally came out, and Rob taught me this one. So I
I've
wanted a
got,
copy of this at home so I can teach wifey. She loved the horror movies from back then, from when we were kids. Your Jason Voorhees, your
Freddy
Friday
Krueger.
the 13th, right? Those type of movies. She loved them. So I thought this would be a great one to teach her. But what I didn't realize is when I bought this, it was also part of the core set. I thought I was getting just the module, but it ended up coming with the core set. So if you're buying more, because this came with the core set, just be aware. They're different.
Well, the base
sets.
one always comes like I believe the base scenario for each season comes with a core box.
Right.
So
man, so there's no way to separately buy this one.
No, I don't think so. I think it always
Yeah,
comes.
pick it up at a flea market or something. But
Yeah, if you do a separate. Yeah.
I'm not opposed to it because I've heard of
Well, now you
Joey.
can play 2-player. Like you could play,
Right.
you could play the Five Nights at Freddy one while your wife plays Camp Happy Trails.
Which
Right.
Five Nights at Freddy was hard, bro. Like that
Yeah,
kicked my butt.
I have the entire first season, and I've only played Camp Happy Trails, I think 2 or 3 times, and
Yeah,
first
they're
time
not
I
easy.
played it, they're not easy. Even the easiest one is tough.
Yeah, I've won maybe 1 out of 4 plays, 5 plays, something like that.
And the other one that came in is the Maple Lane box set. And this is Wayne's namesake. This is the Freddy Krueger Timu. It is spelled differently. The Freddy Krueger Timu version, where he's got a pitchfork instead of claws or nails, right? And then he is burned, and there is a boiler. I don't know if you guys have you all seen this one? Have you heard about this one yet?
I don't
Anything
think so.
about it? Okay, so here's some cool things about it. There's 2 modes that you play the game in. So as the hero, as the final girl, you have to decide if you want to be awake or asleep. If you're awake, you can save the victims that are out there. So it's a city. So picture like a suburbia, Maple Lane Street, and there's people's homes, kind of like Friday the 13th. And you got to run around into the homes and try to save the victims. However, if you're awake doing that, Freddy can't touch you, but you also can't touch Freddy. So you have to go into sleep mode. And then you go into sleep mode, and that's how you get to fight Freddy. But you can't run around and save victims because you're asleep. And then there's this mechanism where you're like playing peekaboo with Freddy. So he's got a stack of cards because you go into his boiler room when you're in the nightmare. You're in his boiler room, which is very reminiscent of Friday the 13th. You're in that boiler room, right? And you're going to reveal cards by sliding. So imagine the deck is face up. So it's a stack of cards face up. There's a card on top, and you're going to slide this card left or right, up or down, to try to reveal Freddy. So you're almost like a guessing game, almost like baseball, trying to understand, trying to guess what the pitch is going to be. And if his face, shows up peekaboo, like he gets you, right? So you're playing this peekaboo game with him. So it's very interesting that they added some different mechanisms into this version of Final Girl. So
Interesting.
my hope is that we have some here that y'all don't have, so we can do that swappy thing.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, I still have a copy of the base set at home that I can always teach somebody or play.
Yep.
So that's and I've been playing. I think I've played the Buddyland 3 times and lost every single time, which then got me wanting to buy the basic one, hoping that it would be easier. But Wayne tells me it's also hard.
It's not hard, but it's not as hard as some of the other ones. Like that one is the one you want to start with till you get used to the system and stuff. But like I said, I own all of season 1 plus the Krampus Santa one, but I've only ever played the first box. Like I never really. It's a bit of a setup, it's like,
There is a playmat, which I'm considering.
Of course there is. Yeah.
I'm considering.
I have the playmats and
Oh, dude.
I have the season 1 with the playmats, the minifigs, the Necronomicon, and something else. It was at the Tampa Gaming Guild flea market. Last year. I walked in and a woman had the entire thing, the entire first season for like $100. I'm like, sold.
Oh, that worked out great.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to say I'm getting into the Final Girl with y'all.
Nice.
And
Now we all
tomorrow,
know
Friday the 13th. So wifey's already committed to learning it. Now I think, although it would be super themey to go Friday the 13th with the Freddy Krueger one, right? However, my concern is that it's got that extra rule set, and I don't think I'm ready for the extra rule set, let alone ready to teach it. I think I'm going to be able to better teach the base set and kind of go with the whole Jason Voorhees thing.
Well, that is Friday the 13th, so that makes sense.
Wait, which one's Friday the 13th?
That's Jason.
Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm sorry, I was confusing it. Yep. Oh, good. So I can stay themey. We can do
There you
Jason
go.
Voorhees Friday the 13th. Nightmare on Elm Street was Freddy.
I might have to. Yeah, we'll see. I might have to play that tomorrow with myself. Tomorrow night.
Report back.
I will.
Yeah.
So that's some of my twig this week. I don't know what y'all have going on twig wise.
My twig. Yeah, I have a friend in from Portland. And she came over, and what's funny is my Malcolm, now old enough, he played with us. So we did Potion Explosion for a player, and then we did Hollywood Blockbuster, Big Shot, yeah, which we love that in the Knizia bidding game. So I got to play both of those. Which is interesting is I've been playing Potion Explosion a crap ton on BGA with a buddy of mine, just 2-player, and it's funny because like I've probably played Potion Explosion with him, I don't know, 100 times in the last year, right? Just on BGA. And it's like you really learn like the little things that would just like min-max it. And so I played it and kind of crushed everybody in it because it was like, when to take that -2 to finish this potion, to run this potion, to steal this, to do that, like those combos of it. It's like I've played it enough where it's like, up to my game, I leveled up in Potion Explosion, I guess you could say. But it's interesting when you talk about games you've been playing a ton lately. When you play people that have played it before, that know the game but don't know it that well, it was kind of interesting to see the not the skill difference, but just the when to pull the trigger on interesting moves. But and then Hollywood Blockbuster, which is one of my favorite of the Kinesia bidding games, just fun, So got those two in this week, so that's fun. Rob, what about you? Anything?
I haven't played anything. I was just checking my list, and I haven't played anything this last week. Thursday was the last thing I played was the Unmatched Adventures. So, been a dry week for me, but like I say, we just actually this last week got the oldest off to his first away from home job. So, spent a couple days doing that, and just had a lot going on here, scouts and stuff with the kids. And man, I'm buried in the Olympics right now. I'm watching stuff. So if I'm not at my computer, I'm running back and forth to my other room to watch curling and speed skating and slalom and all that stuff. So yeah, well, that's got my attention right now. So that's my gaming is Olympics.
I did get Foundations of Metropolis to the table. It got back on my my zeitgeist in my mind because I was watching the top 100. I think it was the recent set of videos that was done, maybe in the last couple of months from Dice Tower. So they kind of released that. They got to the top ones, and Tom had it in his top 10, and that reminded me, man, that's such a good game. But I don't often get to play in bigger groups. I'd really like to get the solo, like how to play this solo. So I'm always looking for variants. So, this is going somewhere. So I'm like looking at variants, right? So I'm getting on there and I'm looking for variants for solo. I like to do that, print out a variant rule set from BGG. And they just kept pointing you to the Foundations of Rome series expansion. The series expansion for Foundations of Rome is the solitaire rule set, deck of cards, flop the card, play the card, do what the series does and play against the board. So kind of a real simple AI system that takes up plots on the board. So now I'm, okay, where do I find this? So I'm looking around on the internet trying to find a copy of this series expansion so that I can use it, because at the end of the day, Foundations of Rome and Foundations of Metropolis are exactly the same game, right? It's a different theme, but it's the same components, same cards, everything, just different theme, and one's retail version with tiles instead of all the minis. So I figured it'd be easy to port that into the game. So as I'm looking online and trying to figure out this game, like $50, like I can't, with plus shipping, I can't find this thing. It's just a small little box of deck of cards. Come on, why is this so hard to find? And then as I'm searching for that, I see a copy of Foundations of Rome for sale on BGG Marketplace at a really good price. So then I'm mathing it out to myself, like, okay, well, wait a minute. Instead of just buying this solo box, I could just put a little more and get the big box
a little more
with all the expansions, with the metal coins, with the series expansion, and the Roads to Rome expansion. So things happened, and then it came in, and I'm actually not sad that I did this.
The Russian judge has given you a 9.9 on that mental gymnastics.
Figuring that out.
I just wanted to give y'all like the like how that happened. Like, for like another $150, I could be having all of it. I don't know. It worked out in my head.
Yeah, Mitchell says he realized how much he's into theme when he got Foundations of Metropolis, and it was so underwhelming compared to Rome.
That's the other piece, man. When I pulled this out and put it on the table, and when I lifted the lid, like you just felt it different. Yes, Mitch, that was a long-winded circular story. I won't tell her you said that. But it all started with this one little box. It's all I was looking for is just this. Yep. I couldn't. Why couldn't somebody sell this for like a decent price? But this was going to be $50. Like, it didn't make sense. And it was, I think it was, what's his name? Sam Healy. Just this past week or this past month. Past couple weeks. He did a playthrough of that. So all these reasons kind of got into my head. Like, I want to play this solo. I have no regrets. Dang it.
No regrets.
No regrets. It has all the expansions, Rob. The Monuments expansion.
I'm not a lover of the game. It's okay. It's a game.
I'd rather play New York 1901.
Yeah, it was okay. I didn't
She's
love it.
thick.
Yeah. And so when you took all the games out of that cube to put that in there, did you put all those expansion boxes that were empty somewhere else? Or
Yeah,
No,
another
there's
stack.
only one box that came beyond this with the expansion.
I'm talking about in the cube that you
Everything you had to
room
displace
for
to
it.
put that into your
Oh,
shelf.
what
over
it
there.
displaced?
Yes.
It is dangerously perched above where Wayne would sit.
Expect nothing less.
Did you buy a table at the Tampa Gaming Guild flea market?
Not yet. Are they up? I know
They're
that Tampa
sold-
Gaming Guild
sold
is
out.
doing
Sold
already.
out. Yep, day one sold out.
That was fast.
Yep.
Oh, he's not crying.
No, I'm not.
All right, so we do need to have like a day of combining expansion boxes with you then.
Yeah, I need to clean some stuff up over here. That's my twig. I know in our notes we have some OGG that we have not gotten to in a while,
A ton. Yeah.
and we hit some news in here. Let's go in opposite order. Let's do our OGG real quick.
And we haven't done that in weeks. So yeah.
He's looking for the music. Hold on.
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Gotta start that segment right. It's the OGG, that other geeky goodness. This is the part of the show where we talk to you about all the other geeky stuff that we're into. You know, not just board gaming, but any hobby related or TV or entertainment that we've been enjoying. So Wayne, Wake Up Dead Man Knives Out.
Oh yeah,
You recommended it to me.
I
You
did.
saw it in theaters.
I did see it in the theater. Yeah.
We did watch it, wifey and I, at home, because it was a short. It was a short. What do they call that? A short run.
Yeah, they only put it in theaters just long enough to get like Oscar.
Oh, really? That
Considered for
there's
the
a
Oscars.
reason.
Yeah, they put it in theaters to be considered for awards.
Interesting. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's
I kind of started to feel like I solved it, and I don't think I was wrong, but not like the reasons behind or the how was the
Yeah.
part that really got me more than the who. Like the who I felt like was a little easy to figure out, but like the how really stood out for me in this one. This is Knives Out, which is like a murder mystery. Agatha Christie, is that the?
Sort of. It's in that vein. So it's Ryan Johnson, and it's his homage to the classic murder mystery movies. And this
Different ones.
Dead Man is the third movie in the Knives Out series. So the first movie was Knives Out. Then the second one was
Something onion or
Glass
the Glass
Onion.
Onion, and
Glass
then
Onion.
it's Wake Up Dead Man, and all of them are sort of takes on the various tropes in murder mysteries. So this one was the locked room. A guy is murdered in a locked room, and how do you solve a murder mystery where there's nobody in the room when the guy's murdered, right? Then the Glass Onion is the murder mystery on the island with the Agatha Christie's 10 Little Indians, where it's people are on an island and they start dying. And then the Knives Out was the woman who committed the murder is forced to investigate her own murder, or believed to have committed the murder. It's kind of like the play on it wasn't murder or suicide, type thing. Yeah. So it's very good.
It was good. I recommend it. Definitely had religious tones to it because this was set in a Catholic Catholic church, in I think Massachusetts. I think was the setting, if I remember right.
Upstate New York, I think, actually.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that area.
Mitchell said that it's the worst of the trilogy for him, but it was good. I the more I watch it, or the more I think about it, the more I liked it. When I first watched it, I was like, it's not as good as the other two, but there's a lot to it, and I think they're all fantastic. And they're talking about doing a fourth one, which would be great.
I think for me, the reason I really enjoyed this one was connecting with the father character, the young new father priest character in this episode of this series. I connect. Yes. Benyo Blanc, it's hilarious.
Yeah, he's amazing in it, and all three movies have had just amazing casts, and they were written so well. They're really good, and like he plays slightly different versions of Benoit Blanc in all three of the movies. That was
But
good.
the standout was at the end of this one, Mitch, is how Blanc, like how he handled the ending of this one, was so different than I would have expected, and I loved it. I loved it. Right, and I don't want to spoil it because it's still fairly new.
Yeah,
but if anyone wants to talk about it afterwards, we can talk about it afterwards. But
Rob's got to go watch this one.
It's on my list, so I definitely want to see it.
Wake Up Dead Man, Knives Out. Carlos recommends. Wayne,
I recommend. Yeah, it's good. I love all three movies, so they're worth watching. I've watched the first episode of Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I haven't watched any others yet. So.
I want to watch. I keep hearing such good things
I've heard it gets, but the first episode was meh.
Yeah.
But I know I've heard it's gotten a lot better. So
haven't heard anything about it yet.
And I'm hearing it from some folks that are fairly critical on a lot of the modern, fantasy and nerdy type genres. Right. So some of these, they've been very critical on a lot of what's been done today. And I had expected those reviews to be very critical and negative. But they're in love. They're like, this is great.
This one is not as grandiose in scale. It's not the Game of Thrones. It's literally just the night. It's Duncan.
Did you ever read it?
I didn't. I haven't read.
Oh, I read it back in like 04, 05. I had LimeWired. Believe it or not, the text files for this book because it wasn't you couldn't find it. Like you couldn't find the actual paperback of it. So I had LimeWired. Downloaded. What do they call that back then? Share network. Oh man, LimeWire was one of those. It was almost like a place where you can
music sharing.
Napster.
Yes, Napster. It was like Napster.
Yeah, what do they call those?
Peer sharing, or I can't remember. But you remember those days?
Yeah, I remember I can't remember the name of it.
It's called piracy.
Statutes of limitations have run up, right?
Yeah.
2005. Okay, I'm good now.
We're good.
So I LimeWired a text version of those books, and I read it on my Palm Pilot. So man, I feel old. Yes, that was me.
Nice.
It was a great series. Novellas. They were very short books, very fast. But that the young egg with Dunk, it's almost like a buddy cop film. Like that kind of a feeling is what you get out of it. You're gonna love it.
Cool.
Speaking of aged, today marks 28 years of me dating my wife. When I asked her to go out with me at the roller rink.
1998, huh? Nice.
I know. It was a good year. 98 was a good year. And then we just found out today that the manager at the roller rink who hired both of us passed away this week. So we're going to go down. I told Mikey we're going to get together and go down in Lakeland end of I think the 21st and hopefully see a lot of our friends from the roller rink days.
Nice. That sucks.
Yep. Sucks, but nice. So that was
your
Seven Kingdoms.
Kingdoms, yeah. I watched the first episode. It was interesting. We are a couple episodes into Starfleet Academy.
How was that? I'm hearing bad things. Is it good?
Yeah,
it's gotten horrible reviews, but yeah.
No, I don't know about that. I've seen a lot of great reviews.
Oh,
I've seen just as many great reviews. I mean, I've seen a lot of Ragnar trolls going online, and it's bad in the movie. And now it's not for everybody, right? It's not your typical Star Trek, right? So if you're actually it's not Star Trek, then maybe not. But it's kind of like CW Star Trek a little bit. It is definitely meant for a younger audience. It's there's not a lot of Star Trekking in it. They're at the academy, right? And although it's kind of interesting because it is in the future, it's after the Star Trek. What's the other series where they did the huge time jump where they go like 1,000 years in the future? Discovery. Maybe it's Discovery.
Yes, that was it. Yep.
And so it's after the Discovery series, so it's in the future, and so they're kind of rebuilding the Federation. So they're reopening Star Trek Academy for the first time in like 100 years or something like that, right? Or maybe it's not 1,000-year jump, maybe it's a 100-year jump. Anyway, and so the Academy itself is a starship, but it actually lands in San Francisco. So I'm assuming as there'll be some times where they take off and go on like, a trek as part of their educational. But it's very cool. I like it. It's not. it is a different kind of Star Trek, right? Because it is more of a CW, young kids, angsty. They're trying to come on their own and figure out who they are, and so it probably isn't for everyone. But I'm enjoying. I'm watching it with my wife and kid, and they're enjoying it a lot too. So I like that my kid is invested in a Star Trek IP, so it's kind of cool. I still think of the new Star Treks, the Star Trek Strange New Worlds is by far the best.
Yeah, that was good.
That's good. Yeah.
But Star Trek Academy is pretty good. It's entertaining.
I plan to watch it. I was really excited about it when I first heard about it. And then, like I say, I've heard the acting was terrible. I've heard that there's a lot of stuff that's not matching up. So I don't know.
I mean, there's some tonal shifts between episodes, right? Because but I think anything with that kind of show, it's going to take a couple episodes to really get swinging. But I kind of like a lot of the characters and what they're doing with it, and the concept of they're trying to rebuild the Federation and they're doing it from the ground up. So
there was one character that's from the newer. Oh, it's the Doctor from.
They bring back from the Voyager.
The
hologram Doctor is still around.
Yeah, the hologram Doctor. Yeah,
which is he's fun. You always gotta have a throwback character, right?
Yeah.
So
okay, well, I'm glad that's first good I've heard about it. So that'll maybe put back on the train of wanting to see it sooner than later.
Yeah, I mean, is it as good as Strange New Worlds? No. Is it entertaining? Yes.
Okay.
Right. And it's a different, and I think Star Trek's been around forever. You can't just rinse and repeat the same format over and over again. You have to try new things. So they're trying something new here.
Were you a big fan of Lower Decks?
I love Lower Decks.
Did you?
Okay. Oh yeah, love
that one. We watched almost all of it, and we kind of like, it was okay. Yeah,
that's just hilarious. Love that.
All right.
Yeah. I watched it with Gabe. And we enjoyed it together. It was funny.
Lower Decks,
but it was, and that's what I think Academy is. I'm not gonna say the word suffering with, but is and black. It has right. It's that it's written by a younger group of writers for a younger audience. Right, so there's what I'm hearing is there's these moments where it feels like a millennial wrote that, like these lines. So
which is fine. I mean, when you got to think about it too, like if you don't find ways to introduce the IP that you love to newer generations, then the IP is going to die out, right?
Yep. Grognards can't hold on to it forever.
Yeah,
that's all right. Screw them. I'll be dead. I don't care. Let me enjoy it while I enjoy it.
Star Trek's for everybody.
Yeah.
Love and Fallout. We're almost caught up on that. Finished Percy Jackson, which was great.
Just started watching season 2 of Percy Jackson. We're 2 episodes in, so yeah,
it was good. We loved it. Yeah. Watched again. It's like I can recognize that it's maybe not the greatest thing for me, but I loved watching it as a family. My kid loved it, and he's like, I loved. Several happened. We finished like season 2, and he's like, "That's it."
Oh yeah.
It's like, wait, I gotta wait like another year for season 3 now. I'm like, yeah, buddy, you gotta wait. Like he has not had that like show where he's really dying for a new season and he has to wait, because a lot of stuff he's watching is like he should watch it all at one time. So
did you read the books? Have either one of y'all read all the books? Or
I think I read the first.
The Percy Jacksons. My son did, but I never did.
My wife and my 2 older kids read them all, and so that's the thing with me. I'm enjoying them because I'm like, oh, this is cool. Because I knew little about. I mean, I knew what it was, but because they had talked about it on the side for years, And
I'm sure you watched the movies with the kids because as the movies came out, I would take the kids to watch them. And so it's funny, I was familiar with the world.
Every episode we watch now, my wife, she's read all of them 3 or 4 times, so. She's picking apart everyone. Well, that's not what happened in the book. That's not how they introduced that character. That's not what happened over there. I'm like, I'm finding it entertaining. She's like, I'm not going to watch another episode. Then as soon as we start the next episode, she's right in there with us watching it. She's like, oh, well, that's not. So I'm not sure whether she's watching it to pick it apart or if she's actually
like watching a train wreck. You can't stop watching.
I know my wife read the books, and I know my kid read them, and they love the show. So
yeah, that's good.
I enjoyed the show. It was fun.
Yeah, I like it. I'm having fun with it, and my youngest hasn't read any of the books, so he's enjoying it. So me and him are watching it, and my wife's like, I'm never gonna watch that again. That's just I'm so pissed off at the way they did that character, and they didn't introduce him that way. They didn't give any of their backstory. Oh well, it's a show. they gotta move things along.
Right.
Anyway,
That's funny.
So when I said Fallout, you cringed a little. Are you not liking Fallout?
just because I haven't watched it.
Oh.
That's probably at the top of my list to start watching again. My daughter, I think I've mentioned this before, but my daughter, who's at the University of Florida now, we were watching it together. We were the two in the household that were really, really into it. So I really want to watch it, but I'm holding off. It's hurting me to hold off until she gets back. So I'm waiting for her to come back this summer so I can watch it with her.
Mitchell is claiming he didn't like season 2, but
oh really? Oh, I've heard such great things. I've heard it was really engaging.
I don't know if it's as good as season 1. I like season 1 a lot.
Really?
But I mean, season 2 is good. I just I freaking love Walter Goggins, man. Like, put that guy in anything, and I'm.
He did the Walmart commercials. I'm enjoying his Walmart commercials.
Sign me up, man.
Yep.
Anything that dude's in, I'll take.
Did you see the Walmart commercial where he was dressed as the Grinch?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah. They got a couple of them, I think, but yeah, where he's the Grinch. Yeah.
Mitch, I don't agree. I'm really enjoying season 2.
Yeah, I'm enjoying
it. It's funny.
The world
It's
building
not overly funny,
too.
but
They're
it's
adding to the mythos of the game, right? They're taking what you know from the games and then adding to it, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
but I never played the games, so I tried. I just couldn't get into them.
My wife played them. I couldn't get into them.
I played almost all of them. Yeah.
So cool. And I don't know if we talked about it. I mean, I watched Tron Ares and The Running Man a couple of weeks back, but I don't know if we talked about him on the show.
I remember talking about Running Man. I don't remember Tron.
Yeah, Tron, yeah. Maybe.
Did you like Tron?
It was okay. And that's what sucks is like Tron is like one of my favorite movies of all time because I watched it as a kid like a million times, and I actually liked the what's the new Tron? Not Tron Ares, but the one before it. My brain.
I forget what the.
I forget now, but I really like that one, and I kind of wish they would have kept that story going in this one, but they didn't. They got Jared Leto, who loves to destroy film franchises.
Not better.
Yeah, no, it was good. I tell you what, it was good though. I liked the way they handled it, and they did sort of hint at the plot from the second movie and how they might tie in second and third movie in a fourth movie. But Tron Ares bombed so much in the theaters, they shelved it. They're not doing it anymore in the Tron universe, which sucks because I love that movie. So.
I heard from some friends that I'm in the chat with that they enjoyed the most recent Tron, and they're saddened that it didn't do well enough for it to continue the franchise.
Yep. Yeah, and that's what sucks. But I like the universe. Love the 1980 or 81 when the original Tron came out. I definitely watched that a crap ton. It was one of my favorite movies back in the day, so I enjoy it. So that's what I got. I don't know about you. Anything else from you guys?
I'm sure Carlos has got something else. I'm trying to think of what I've been watching, but go ahead, Carlos.
Okay, so I've been in on the Fallout, right? 21 Jump Street. So I got to watch some 21 Jump Street, the movie with Jonah Hill and what's his name? The guy from Tampa, Magic Mike. The handsome kid. I don't know. My wife would be yelling right now. Just
I know the face, but I have no idea the name. I know who you're talking about.
Name.
But, yeah,
but it was an early aughts type of comedy, and it was fun to watch because they did
Channing
stupid
Tatum.
stuff. Channing Tatum. That's the handsome guy there.
2012, that movie came out. That was 14 years ago.
2012. Yeah, and it was fun. It was funny. It was fun. It was enjoyable. I'm having fun going backwards and watching older comedies. Like, I'm not finding any modern comedies that are really hitting with me. Maybe I'm getting old. Like, I watch my father-in-law. He sits and watches these black and white shows all day and laughs the whole time. So maybe that'll be me, except for, my black and white shows will be like Family Guy and that kind of garbage. But yeah, I enjoyed watching a nice, fun, older, comedy with, they didn't really hold back a lot on the dumb jokes, and maybe somebody might get offended by this joke, but we're gonna say it anyways. It was good. But I have not finished Fallout. I have not completed it because I found something called The Office. Have you heard of it? Steve Carell?
Maybe.
You're not watching the British version? Come on.
I have tried it no less than 5 times to get into this show. No less than 5 times. And I don't know what it was. We have a lot of sickness going on in this house, and I know I was sick, so I was kind of looking for something to just watch, right? But not really watch, because I didn't want to watch anything I cared about, because I knew I wasn't feeling well. I wasn't going to watch it. It hit so hard. It hit the Office hit so hard this time around.
One of the best ever. Yeah.
I'm currently on season 3.
I love it.
And it's been like a week. The episodes are short. It's almost like watching just like meme after meme after meme. Just it's like memery. You know, it's these characters are hilarious.
It's hard for me to get into shows like that. Like the so you have The Office, Parks and Rec, even a little bit of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, where it's like that kind of like it's a show, but then they're talking to a camera. Like it's a I can't watch
documentary.
it. Yeah, I can't. I mean, I do like Best in Show and the David Guest movies, but like I can't watch it like you're binging it. I could never binge it. I'll catch an episode here and there, and I'll like that episode, but I don't think I could just watch it like.
That was one of those from you talk about your kid from season to season. Now that was from week to week. Our whole family was on edge. Like, oh, I can't wait for the next week's episode. So yeah, we watched them all as they came.
It's so bad that because wifey was sick this week, so I've been dropping the kid off at school in the morning. So I kind of put, over on his side of the dash, there's like a little clip you can put the phone up. So I'll put the phone up there and kind of let it play, and I'll just listen as I drive, because it's one of these shows where I'm treating it more like an audiobook than I am a show. I'm not really watching. I'm listening, because it very much is all about the narrative. There's not a lot of physical comedy that I've noticed in it. It's all good jokes. So I'm treating it like an audiobook. I'm doing dishes, just listening to the next episode and just chuckling to myself.
Except for all the Jim screwing with Dwight. Now all those stapler and the Jello and all that good stuff. Oh,
dude,
so good.
Okay, one of the jokes that hit the hardest for me, that it just hit so hard, was Dwight talking about his family lineage, coming from brave men, and my grandfather who killed 21 guys in World War II and then spent 2 years in an Allied war camp. And in my head, I'm like, no, that's not right. You would have been in a German war camp, because you would, like your grandfather was a Nazi.
Yeah, that'd be the Schrutes. Yeah.
Those are the kind of because they deliver so smooth that I thought he
like
mispronounced.
Straight face.
It takes like a minute to get it. You're like, oh shit.
Joke grenade. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen them all at least once, most of them twice, some of them 3, 4, 5
I've committed
times.
to using. I told my wife this too, and she told me don't. I've committed to using a joke a day at work from The Office. and today's meeting, somebody said a joke. They were headed in the right direction or the wrong direction. And I said, hey, that joke is so funny, HR will ask you to repeat it.
There you go.
I'm having fun with The Office. There's my my OGG.
No, good stuff. Cool. What else?
The Rookie. We're caught up on The Rookie. She's watching it more than I am this season. I'm out. I just can't anymore.
My kids started watching The Rookie, actually.
My kids have caught up to us in the last over the summer. They watched all of it and caught up. But I don't know, Wayne, are you caught up to the modern stuff today?
I haven't watched The Rookie yet. He's just watching it, and I noticed on my whatever.
It kind of hit like Fast and Furious, where it got to the place where they're like in space, and you're like, I think we've jumped the shark. Like we've gone from a cop show about a rookie in LA to like, hey, we're in Prague chasing down mobsters.
Okay. It did the whole castle thing later in life where they're like, they've left New York City and now they're all over the place. Yeah.
Come on. I just wanted a cop show. Show.
I know Rob's a big sports guy. So on Netflix, they just released a documentary on the Miracle on Ice. Another
one?
Yeah, it's getting good ratings though. It's
good.
Yeah, I love that. That's I did watch that came out on Netflix, and then immediately I just went back and watched the Disney Miracle movie, which
I've got it saved in my queue on Disney Plus, so I need to introduce the youngest to it because he hasn't seen it yet. But
such a good movie.
Did I talk about me going through Batman? Did I mention that?
The
original series,
seen a couple of them,
like the 1960s series.
Yes, the Adam West
the old
one.
Stuff. No,
and pow, boom.
Right, my
Batarang
son,
No, that was Fonzie. Never mind.
That was
My
that was
son,
Happy Days. Yeah.
But the shark, I remember that. This
Shark repellent. That's what that
Yes.
Mm.
My 30-second rewind time spray, that I happen to have right now. My son sent me a meme or a joke or something, a reel. What do the kids call it now? A TikTok that kind of played like a scene from it. And it was just so crazy that I went and bought the whole first season on Amazon Prime. And I'm playing it for my youngest kids, my 2-year-old and my 4-year-old. They're watching them with me. I have to say, it's really good. If you haven't gone back and watched it,
It's
like
been
the
decades
jokes,
30
ago
years
that I
ago.
watched
Yeah,
it.
30 years ago, I watched them, but
the jokes are funny.
Mm.
The
Like
actors, they had some crazy good actors in that. Telly Savalas was the egg guy, and they had
you got this
Lee
40-year-old man
Burgess.
playing Robin, pretending to be a child. It's hilarious.
But the fundamental question, though, is it Eartha Kitt, Julie Newmar, or Lee Merriweather?
for
Those are the three women that played Catwoman.
Catwoman. Yeah. Mm.
I'm not familiar with the names. I'm just going through the show.
I know two of the three, but yeah, I don't know.
Julie Newmar is probably the famous one. She was
Yeah.
she's the hot like reddish head, and then Eartha Kitt was the black woman, and then Lee Merriweather was the blonde. Maybe
Don't think I know Merriweather.
But the actors are so into it. Like the Riddler, he was so like just excited and
Yeah, some of them were pretty weak. Some of them were very into it. Some of them were pretty like Adam West. He was very like deadpan almost. I don't know. He was hard to watch, I thought. But
no, I think he's doing great. He's delivering his lines amazingly. I'm really enjoying it.
Did
So
you
if
say
haven't?
you couldn't go LimeWire that sucker? Those should be public domain by now, right?
I wanted access to them on all devices, baby. So I bought the whole season.
Actually bought it.
I recommend it. Batman, the Adam West original series.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. But yeah, I watched some of them 30, 40 years ago, but yeah, it's been a long time.
I used to watch it as a kid, and then I know I watched it probably 10 or 15 years ago. So I'm trying to find a good photo of all three of them. Here we go. There's a good one. Share screen here.
Captain Gamer in the chat there asking if we've seen the trailer for the new Super Mario Brothers Galaxy. I've seen bits and pieces. I don't know if I've actually sat and watched the whole thing.
I did see the trailer for it.
Oh, okay, there's the three Cat women.
So yeah, that's Eartha Kitt, that's Lee Merriweather, and that's Julie Newmar. Those are the three.
I'd probably say Newmar, but she was she was the pretty popular one, the famous one.
Julie Newmar would be my favorite, of the three.
Yeah.
So.
But you said saw the trailer. I saw bits and pieces of the trailer. I don't know if I've actually seen the whole thing for Super Mario Galaxy. But this is a continuation of the prior Super Mario
movie. Yeah.
Movie. Okay, so it's like number 2.
Yeah, they look good. They had the little Bowser was the little dude in the castle, right?
Yep. You see the trailers at the Super Bowl for Hail Mary Project? Did y'all catch that one?
I saw the trailer online a while ago, like a month ago, but I guess the new one maybe came out. I don't know.
Yeah, that one doesn't
it
interest me at all.
Yeah, the original trailer at least had me excited about it.
My son has been watching some other content on it, and he's saying that the initial reviews are coming in that it's looking good, like it's going to be a good one.
Good.
I
like the Spielberg movie, like was it something Day, Disclosure Day? I don't know if you've seen the trailer for that. That looks creepy as F, man. I'll pull it up if you want.
Disclosure Day. I'll pull it up on my phone and look at it too.
We can show it on the thing. Yeah, it's
this is the part of the show where we kind of get a little rambly because it's after 11. So if you're still around, it's amazing the fact that people are still around.
Yeah.
Well, you want to watch the trailer? It's 2 minutes. Throw it on now if you want.
Oh, I'll watch it post show. I don't want to put it on the show.
Yeah, we may not get. Yeah, we might. Not
we get like
a band or something for that. Yeah,
I don't want that.
Yeah, but Disclosure Day, it looks good. It's like kind of like when the world discovers there's aliens. It looks like, but it's a Spielberg, so it's all creepy. It looked definitely very creepy. So
I'll have to check it out offline, or maybe after the show you can play for us.
Yeah.
The rest of my OGG has been listening to Brandon Sanderson's third book. So I got like 28 hours left on it. I'm trying, brother. I really want to get back to the Mistborn series, but I want to finish this book. So
And now that he signed that giant deal with Apple TV, I'll just wait for it all to be live on TV instead of reading the books.
valid.
You saw that, right? He signed
Yeah.
that massive deal. Okay.
And then my son started listening to the Dungeon Crawler Carl. So I've got book 1 and book 2. I need to listen to book 2, but I got to finish this Brandon Sanderson one. It's just they're so long, man. These are 60-hour audiobooks, Rob. That's a lot.
Yep. Nope. No thanks.
It's a long one. So,
And that's it for me on my other geeky goodness. Anything else from y'all?
that's it.
No, I think that's about it.
All right, folks. We will come back next week. We have some news items we definitely want to go over. But this is our first chance in 2026, I think, to go over OGG.
We've been missing it the last few weeks with all the
Do we
calls.
have
We
a
had a crazy
guest?
number of calls the last few weeks.
Do we have a guest coming on? Is it
I
next week?
haven't nailed down
Okay.
the replacement for tonight.
Okay.
I know House Cabrera has 4 out of 7 sickly, so we have nobody over here.
Gotcha.
But we want to have from
Roll two spaces?
card. How did you call it?
Card shootery. Yep.
Card shootery. Patrick to come over and demo that for us.
Yep.
Card shootery. So that'll be soon. But yeah, that's it. That's I'm sorry, folks. I'm still very much under the weather, so I'm not my normal self right now. So, but I thank you for joining. For whatever you got out of this, the little bit you got out of it.
That's fun.
Any final thoughts for the folks at home?
No, I think
No.
we're good.
Yeah, man.
All right, folks. Till next week. I've been Carlos.
I'm Rob.
And I'm Wayne.
Thanks for watching the Beans and Dice podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yes, Chester. We were watching the animated series with the kids today, but it got pretty dark. It got dark
There's
fast.
some